So, we're back. Life is back. We used to do a lot of live cooking on this page. That's how we started the page actually. And then we got caught up with editing video and kind of things to make it, you know, shorter for you guys and more perfect for you guys. But I'm not the perfect kind of girl, so I really actually like the live videos because then I don't have to be perfect because that's the nature of doing live. You don't have to be perfect. You can say whatever you want. Anyway, we're waiting for people to get on and then we'll start making this dish that is super easy. Like really, it's the easiest dish you can ever make with seafood. Because a lot of people think seafood and then you think that it takes a lot of skill to make it. This one requires no skill, seriously, no skills. And it's so delicious, super delicious. The black pepper shrimp. Why do I want to do this? Because the other day I went to the market and I found that there's actually live shrimp in Seattle. You really don't need fancy ingredients. It's just pepper and salt and, you know, the thing that you would have in the house. And you can make this super yummy dish to feed your family. You're welcome. So, let's get started. Because it's seafood and you know how specific I am with my food ingredients, especially when it comes to seafood, right? So I bought these live shrimp, so I'm gonna bring you with me to the sink and I'll show you how I, you know, clean them and all that. Believe me, if you're in a restaurant, they're not gonna do this. They're just gonna throw these shrimps into the pot and cook it, but I'm Cha-Cha. I'm a pain in the butt, so I do things the way I want to, and I want these shrimps look like uniform. So I cut their head, the thing. Daddy, what is the thing?
Antenna?
Antenna off. So they're not all like sticking out when you're cooking them. So they're beautifully uniformed, right? One more. We cut the front of the head here. So they're not pointy, you know? And the leg, trim them. Can you see? Trim them. Oh, in the tail, there's this pointy thing too. You want to kind of trim them. And then you get some really cheap salt as your scrubbing agent, okay? You just sprinkle a lot of it on top of it. Let me see. This is all natural, right? So you're not having any chemical or anything residue onto your shrimp, but this can scrub off some of the thing on the shell so your shrimp is squeaky clean. But you want to be careful because they're still a little pointy, so don't rub too hard and hurt yourself. And then dump the water. And
put the shrimp on the ice?
Yeah, I did put the shrimp in the ice to keep them fresh. Okay? More salt. I do this a couple times. Depends on how I feel. You know, if the shell is still slippery or not. And dump it. And then, strainer. And then I put it here and like this, so you want the shrimp to be dry because you don't want it to be like a soupy sauce, like with a lot of sauce. This shrimp eventually is dry, like roasted, like baked, right? Okay, you can make this with any kind of shrimp, frozen shrimp, fresh shrimp, but then you know we live in Taiwan, grew up in Taiwan. We always have fresh live seafood. So when I see live shrimps, I just can't help it. I'm just gonna buy them and I'm just gonna make them. And a few slices of ginger. Alright, and the green onion. Okay, you don't need to cut it fancy because this is like a bowl, like game food, okay, with beer and all that. So you want it kind of, you don't have to be super fancy and delicate with it. So just like cut it like in, how do you say, chunks. Okay. And then put it aside. And then you need about a couple cloves of garlic. Just kind of smash it. Take the skin off. And smash it. Yes, don't mess with me. All right, take the skin off. One more, because I love garlic, but if you don't like, you can skip this, it's fine. All right, okay. Now, first, we need like coarsely ground black pepper, like a tablespoon, a good tablespoon. Can you see me? Okay. Well, 1.5. If you like it spicy, 2. Haha. Okay, so 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of the coarsely ground pepper, and white pepper, the ground white pepper, about 1/2 teaspoon. And then, oh, I want to sneeze. Oh, I want to sneeze. Hold it. And about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, or a little more, it's up to you. Okay, because this shrimp itself is very sweet, so the flavor is really good. So I don't want it to be too salty and overwhelm it and cover the nature taste of it. Let me see. You know what? We're ready to rock and roll. Let's get a pot or pan that can go into the oven. And my choice is this beautiful cast iron pan that I bought from Taiwan. Seriously, all the European brand that I've ever bought can't compare with this one. Honestly, seriously. This one, originally I bought them for this small personal pot thing, but I found that it's perfect for this dish. So we're gonna use it right now. Let me see, what else do I need? Okay, that's it. I'm gonna turn up the heat up my cast iron pot. You can use any pot or pan that can go into the oven. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, you have to preheat the oven for 425 degrees, okay? My oven's preheated right now. So you just have to preheat your oven when you're starting preparing. Okay, 425 degrees. You need to bake it for 6 minutes. That's it. All right. And this oil bottle, if you watched me before, you know how I love this bottle. It never dripped. Never drips. I don't know where to buy it, honestly. I bought it like in Taiwan. This is a brand from Japan. So awesome. You can put dressing in there, anything. Love it. Doesn't drip. Okay, for a cast iron pan, you want it to be non-stick. You really want to make sure that you heat up your pot or pan, right? Now a couple tablespoons of oil. I use rice bran oil because it's got this high smoke points, like the highest, and then when you fry food, it's so stable, it doesn't change color, so I like to use that. And now, all I need to do is just put in all the ginger, green onions, and garlic. Okay. And then give it a quick stir. And then you need to put in the shrimp now. Now I can smell the garlic, the ginger, the onion, so spring onion, so I'm gonna put it in. And you really don't need to do much. Oh, a splash of Taiwanese rice wine. That's it. And remember the pepper mix? We're just gonna put it in. Give it a good stir. Make sure it's coated everywhere and be warm. You're gonna wanna sneeze. Okay, now here is my secret weapon. I just need to put that in and then we're ready to put this thing into the oven. That is the goose oil. I know nowadays these goose fat, duck fat is so trending now, but I tell you this goose fat is healthy for you, a lot healthier. I mean, Google it, okay? Don't ask me, go Google it, okay? Google is way more knowledgeable than me, so Google it. It's good for you, and it adds this flavor that is so subtle, but then people will be like, what's there? It's not butter. So I'm just kind of gonna put in like about half a tablespoon to a tablespoon, depends on your, you know, maybe three quarter of a tablespoon goose fat on top of it. And then I am just going to now put this in the oven. Let's do this. Turn the heat off. I often forgot. 425 degrees for 6 minutes. And these ugly gloves, they're ugly, I tell you, they're super good. Awesome. Oh! You ready? Ta-da! Here. Oh, look at that. Oh, and it smells so good. So good. Now, what you need to do is give it a stir, because remember, we just put on some goose fat on top of it. So you kind of want to make sure that it's coated all over the shrimp. So every bite, there's this yumminess burst into your mouth. You see, with seafood, most people worried about timing. If you overcook it, the meat is gonna be, you know, too hard, and you undercook it, it's not good. But this is super simple and easy. You just put it in the oven for 6 minutes, and it's gonna be perfectly cooked. All right, husband, guess what? It's time to try it. Here is, I'm ready. Ooh, it's hot. I know, we Asian, we eat the head. I'm sorry if it's not comfortable for you. But it's yummy. And you peel it, kind of suck on the juice outside. Oh, it's so good. You know what, husband, do you have beer? What? What? Oh. Hey, anyone has beer? You can bring to our house. We can eat this together, because my husband doesn't prepare beer. He doesn't get to eat it. Oh, no worries, Katrina. We will post it. This video will still be available after the live. But I will post the full recipe. It's super, super duper easy. Seattle peep, you should go to your Asian market. Not Wajimaya though. Jingjing or what's that called? Baijia. They have this shrimp. We want to make it for dinner tonight. I'm telling you. Oh, it's so good. I'm gonna suck on my finger because it's that good. All right, share this video. And you know what's the best? The green onion in there absorb this the essence of the shrimp and all the flavoring. Oh, I'm claiming this my own, because husband did not prepare beer. Not okay. All right. Okay, go get your shrimp and make it tonight. Post a photo if you make it, okay? Thank you, and I'll see you next time.